biggity Balthazar. Miggity man from 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 Manila. The man from Manila. His name is Ernie Biggity Balthazar. He's super diggity duper awesome. Awesome. Super diggity duper awesome at Chickadee CHeSS YouTube. Chickadee CHeSS YouTube. If you want to see Chickadee CHeSS YouTube, go check out Agamed, or actually, I can't. Is it Agamed? Agadmed. I think I can see it actually. Agamed. I can't see it. Anyway, back to the ladies and jiggly gentlemen, boys and giggly girls. It's kingznight versus Noel Granada. I believe his name is Noel, at least. Ladies and jiggly gentlemen, Ernie Biggity Ernie Biggity Ernie Biggity Ernie Biggity Ernie Biggity Ernie Biggity Balthazar, and Miggity man from Miggity man from Miggity man from Manila, and caca. Eagle jiggity chess. Eagle chess. Eagle chess. He's got a biggity parachute. He's so good at flying. He's just so good at flying, but he's got a parachute anyway, just in case. And in fact, he's got a biggity backup parachute too. Eagle chess. And the game starts now. We don't have any advertisements. Oh my gosh. Whoa, we have an advertisement for the fricky. We have an advertisement for the fricky French defense. Wowzers. Ladies and jiggly. Ladies and jiggly. Ladies and jiggly gentlemen, boys and giggly girls, we can see here the game's gonna start with a fricky French style here, and then moving on out with the old D5, with the big D5 French style, typical classical contesting the middle with the fricky French style, ladies and jiggly gentlemen, the kingznight with only 3 miggity minutes on the clickety clack clock. Actually, we pickety pause every 5 seconds so they can take a biggity break and they can smoke their cigarettes outside. We don't want them smoking inside. That's just ridiculous, ladies and jiggly gentlemen. We're not advertising for cigarettes. Government warning: according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic biggity beverages because of the biggity risks of biggity birth defects. I wouldn't drink them either. Actually, especially not when operating machinery or doing commentaries, and definitely will cause you health biggity problems. But anyway, jiggy kingznight, biggity Ernie biggity Balthazar, biggity man from Manila. You want to live to be 69, biggity birthday, 69th biggity birthday, biggity bash, like Ernie biggity Balthazar. You got the super diggity duper awesome biggity birthday, biggity bash, ladies and jiggly gentlemen. Kingznight versus N Granada. Noel giggly Granada, super diggity iota. Study his biggity play in here. Get biggity back to the commentary. Biggity back to the commentary. So sorry, SORRY, because I'm sorry. Biggity blitz style, blitz style, blitz style, biggity blitz style. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie biggity Balthazar. Wowzers, what happened to this king? That is like the boldest thing I've ever seen from a kingznight. Wowzers, that is like a biggity bold biggity maneuver. He's like, oops, he accidentally tickety tripped and knocked the biggity piece over, and White said, oh, you took your hand off it, Mr. Noel Granada. Ah, too late, too late, you took your hand off it. What the? You took your hand off. He's going old school style, Kegely castling. Doesn't know how to do a new castle. He's gonna biggity moving the biggity rook right over here so he can sneak on him biggity by, thinking how clearly clever it is. But he saw Noel Granada use the new style castle. Maybe he just actually did sneeze and knocked the biggity piece over, and they forgot about his sneeze. So then they kept on biggity playing. They both forgot. Did he just sneeze? Biggity blitz style. Biggity blitz style.
I can't wait for it.
Oh my gosh, that's actually probably why I wasn't paying attention there, ladies and gentlemen. I should have been paying more attention. There was some supers. There's probably Dumb dog, you ruined my life. I'm so upset because I sit there and I spend all this time to make a commentary, and that diggity dog just biggity barks with his stupid squeaky toy. I kick him in the biggity butt, but then I fall on my biggity butt, so I don't want to talk about it. It's just really painful for me to fall on my biggity butt whenever I try to kick him in the biggity butt, because he's biggity barking whenever I'm biggity doing my biggity beatboxing, whenever I do my biggity biggity blitz style for Ernie biggity Balthazar, biggity bad boy from Filipino CHeSS Arena. Biggity back to the game. Biggity back to the game. We're going biggity back to the game here, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of a liggity long one, as this biggity black player. I don't know if he actually tripped or sneezed or whatever he diggity did. It was super diggity duper awesome. Actually, it looks like he had to defend against an attack from Wiki White. Mr. Noel Granada Iota had a better defenses, maybe possibly not done a French defense, but that was a super diggity duper. Hey, wee, I'm freaky French and not Indian. What the heck is wrong? You should have gone Indian. Wait, I think he diggity did. No, he went freaky French. He went freaky French. Although I saw Maxime the other diggity day go freaky French, and wowzers, that was a true classic French defense. He just kicked his biggity opponent in the biggity butt, and then kicked the whole biggity board up in the air, played hacky sack and jiggly juggled all three of the opponent's biggity bishops. He's like, why does you got 3 biggity bishops? And then he realized his opponent was chickity cheating, but he still biggity beat him because his name was Miggity Maxine. Kingznight. Tiggity sneezing, tiggity tripping, biggity bumping the biggity board and taking his hand off it, and such a stickler for rules. If he went to sat there and told Mr. Granada that he's like, can I take that back? And he's like, no way, heck no, my name's Kingznight. But then suddenly he trips and sneezes and then falls on accidentally, biggity bumps his king, and then Noel Granada's like, well, hey, you told me I couldn't tiggity. Hey, you were a jerk to me and told me I couldn't tiggity. But maybe Noel Granada had a super awesome, diggity duper awesome. Wowzers, holy cowzers, there's another Noel Granada assault. What? Out of nowhere. But the horse, of course, is really right there to help repair the situation. He's like, I'm such a super diggity duper support unit. I just support absolutely everything like a column. I just sit there and support like a column. I sit there and I support. I could put a fork, but that just puts a fork mark in their biggity butt cheek. That's all that really does. But anyway, chicky, better than a biggity pin in the biggity butt cheek, which is what you get with the biggity bishop. At least the biggity bishops aren't able to actually biggity backstab each other. They're always arguing. They're never in the same biggity place at the same tiggity time. But I know they're gonna be just fine because they can never actually take each other, because one's on biggity black and the other is on wiki white. My biggity bishop attacks my own biggity bishop. Not gonna happen. Biggity pin. Biggity bishop with a pin and a balloon. Biggity pin in the biggity butt cheek. Chicky fork. Chicky. I sat on a fork. Ouch. Chicky. Wowzers, holy cowzers. Here's Noel Granada. Wowzers, holy cowzers with the super diggity duper awesome, super sweet attacks that he diggity brings to the tiggity table. But look at the defenses on Granada too. Wowzers, super awesome castle. This guy over here, Kingznight's looking super diggity duper jiggity jelly. Did I biggity pause, or maybe he fell asleep? There's only 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. That could be GG. Nope, it's halfway diggity done only. Wowzers, holy cow. What? Wowzers, what? OMG. What? OMG. What? There we can see the liggity level into the piggity playing field from Kingznight, who's now suddenly grabbed that initiative. He's got the biggity bishops. He's got those biggity bishops waiting in the wings. Biggity bishops. Ladies and biggity black ahead? Question mark? Looks like he is. Black ahead? Question mark? I mean, it's nice to support, but you gotta have biggity pawns to support to Granada. I oughta get some more biggity pawns to support with my horse. OMG, there's a cheeky check. That's a cheeky check from the biggity bishop. That's a cheeky check from the biggity bishop. OMG, he's gonna be with the piggy pawn. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to biggity burp there, ladies and jiggly gentlemen. I just ruined the whole video, worse than the dog. That's okay, dog, I don't have to kick you in the biggity butt anymore because I just ruined the whole video by biggity burp, and I was gonna send this off to the National Archives of Historical Sounds and have them just get wowed, and they were gonna be totally wowed, but then the dog ruined it, and I otherwise it totally would have. If you got in the reserve, they would have picked it out every single year. They gotta pick out a couple of super diggity pieces of sound to put in there. They was like World War whatever, who cares? Well, I want to hear Jiggly Justin biggity burp. Biggity burp. I want to hear Justin biggity burp. That's what I want to hear. That's why I turned this video, just so I can hear Justin biggity burp. How selfish can you be to really ruin the whole video just by biggity burping? Not actually me. It's the dog's fault. He ruined it first. I just had to let out a burp in response to what I saw when I heard the diggity dog biggity barking. I was like, I got a biggity burp. That's what I think of that. Biggity burp. That's what I think of that. Biggity burp. Here's the biggity bishop showdown, and the biggity bishop showdown doesn't work out too well for the biggity bishops, or does it? Wowzers, holy cowzers, that's the GG. That's the GG. Set him, put a pin on his cushion. Ouch. Put a Put a fork on his biggity chair, butt cheek. Ouch, ouch, fork, ouch. Put a fork in him, he's diggity. Put a fork in him, he's diggity. Biggity black is diggity done. And Granada just won. Chicky. I want to thank you guys all for tickety tuning in. There's still another 2 minutes, but we can see who wins. It's Noel Granada. I oughta tell Noel Granada how super diggity duper awesome he is at chickity chess. And also thank Biggity Baltazar. Thank you, Ernie Biggity Baltazar. Let's tell him thank you. Right riggedy now. Happy Biggity birthday. Wait, that's the December. I don't even remember my own Biggity birthday or anybody else's Biggity birthday. Period. I was gonna tell my dad happy birthday, but I couldn't do it because I can't remember anyone's birthday but Ernie Biggity Baltazar because I'm so getting riggedy, ready for this next tickety tournament. When chicky. I need to actually. I can't even accomplish saying thanks to Ernie Biggity Baltazar. Here we go. Add comment. Hey there, my name's Ray. Thank you, Ernie. Comment. I should show more respect than that, though. Chicky, chess. Biggity Blitz style. Brought to you in Biggity part by. The game's still going. Actually, we got another minute latest left on the game and left on the clickety clack clock. But I don't know what happened to here. It was Biggity messed and all needed up. Here we go. Biggity back to the super diggity awesome diggity duper awesome chickity chess game. You go chess. Actually, he's got a Biggity parachute on out of here because he's this is not actually the Eagle Chickity chess game. This is actually Ernie Biggity Baltazar, Biggity man from Manila, super diggity duper. Wowzers, that guy's so cool. I wish I could be awesome and cool like he. Chicky. YouTube Chickity chess. Agamator. I can actually see it's Agadem. I can't see actually, ladies and jiggly, boys and girls. Chicky chess. Biggity Blitz style. Chess.